insignificant that's still illegal.
Hi, Penguin.
This one hears the strangeness and South Point has ended. Seems a Daedric prince was involved.
You believe all you
I had to make sure that my mic was actually working.
Did your sister see a clutch of butterflies when she was there?
Believe what you like. I'm glad things have calmed down there, whatever the cause.
I'm okay, just sick. And I've been like super moody today. Really like irritable and shit. How are you, Penguin? Tired? Yeah, I feel you there. Great, now I'm out of ancestor silk. Woohoo. I'm probably about to be out of platinum too. Oh yeah, not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna abandon that one because fuck it. Two restos and one shield. Click on the thing, please. I don't know that there's anything I really need help with. I was just gonna do some questing, I guess. Try and get more done in Somerset so I can start Murkmire. I don't really anticipate that I'm gonna like Murkmire all that much, honestly. I think I need to change the color of this bow. And I don't know that I'm digging that for real. I really love trying to have a conversation with somebody and getting blown the fuck off. Not you, Penguin. Just talking out of frustration is all. I need to look up something. I also need to upload another video. Okay. Because I feel like I need different shit on my bow bar. Like that, the bone shield thing, I never ever use it. I never use it. I always press square expecting it to be an attack. Let's try this. Let's try that. If it doesn't work, then fuck it. How do I... Thank you. Jeez. Okay. Let's get her done, I guess. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm really tired. Been up since 3 a.m. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for stopping by. Love you too, Penguin. Okay.
Well, yes. That's why step while on the platforms.
Lotus? Lotus? Where are you? You've picked a bad day for a stroll in the park. Something's got into the animals. They're running wild. Frenzied. I don't suppose you saw an Indrik on your way here? A tame one? She's my charge, and pride of the Queen's menagerie. I need to find her. The Royal Menagerie. It holds exotic species from all over Tamriel. Now they're running loose, attacking the keepers and each other. It's a slaughter. It's too dangerous for a gentle Indrik like Lotus. Please, can you help me search for her? Oh, Lotus has only ever known kindness. Gentle as a lamb. I hand-reared her from birth. She fled in the chaos, but she won't make it on her own. I have to find Lotus before she's hurt. Or worse. This is the only place she's ever known. She won't have wandered far. I hope. I wasn't at the epicenter of it all. I was about to feed Lotus when I started hearing the animals in a frenzy, yowling and slamming against their pens. Once the mammoths broke free, the whole place came apart at the seams. Total pandemonium. Indriks vaguely resemble deer, but you'd never mistake the two. Their horns and antlers sparkle like crystal, and their fronds and feathers are vibrant in any light. When Jeffers spun their shape, he made a tapestry of all life. I raised her from a fawn, watched her grow up. I can't imagine losing her this way. And the Queen would never forgive me. She and Lotus were inseparable, until the duties of the crown called her away. I made a vow to care for Lotus in her stead. A gift from the sovereign to his daughter when she was barely knee-high. Before she became queen, Her Highness spent many a day frolicking through the royal menagerie with Lotus. Hard to imagine now, I know. I didn't see anyone else come this way, but I hope the others made it to safety. I'd rather not dwell on the alternative. If anyone's still in peril, we should lend our aid. Indriks sometimes graze on these trees. Look around and let me know if you find anything. What did you find there? I don't see any sign of her here. Did you find anything? Stars! I've seen wild mammoths charge the enclosure walls, but they usually give up pretty quickly. I've never seen one driven to battering itself to death. Not by anger, not even by panic. That would be an explanation, but it came on so suddenly. It seemed to afflict all the animals at once. Except Lotus. She was spooked, but not aggressive. I hope that's still the case. Right. Let's head further inside. Lotus's enclosure. Maybe we can pick up her trail. Find something? I don't see any new tracks. She didn't try returning to the enclosure. Find anything that might put us on her trail? Huh. Let me see that. Smells off. Starting to turn color, too. It shouldn't have gone bad so quickly. I've never seen an animal react so violently to spoiled food, and nothing this tainted would have passed our inspections. I think something was added, probably close to feeding time. No, it couldn't be. We care for these animals like they were our kin. No one I know would harm one of these poor creatures, let alone do something like this. No, thank the gods. I just deposited it here when the trouble started. I don't think she'd graze on any now that it's become foul. But I'd rather not risk it. We should keep searching.
Help! Someone, help!
Did you hear that? Someone's in trouble. This way!
Thought I was a goner. Those lions crept up on me while I was distracted. Thought I was done for.
What are you still doing here?
Who are you, anyway? Some friend of Talamar's? He came back to find Lotus? I know he takes his duties seriously, but that's insane. I think I saw her drinking by the reflecting pool, but she's skittish. Bolted the second she saw me passing by. Good luck catching her. No thanks. I appreciate the help, but I'm not sticking around to herd Indrix in this mess. I'm getting out of here before I wind up something's lunch. You should do the same. Good luck with your Indrik hunt, Talamar. Try not to get killed.
Elise, wait! We need to stay together! Damn it. Let's hope we have better luck with Lotus. So much for enlisting the help of other keepers. I just hope Elise's encounter with the lion... So much for enlisting the help of other keepers. I just hope Elise's encounter with the lions will make her more cautious. Running off like that isn't a promising start. What was her hurry, anyway? Sorry, didn't seem the time for an introduction. Elise is one of the junior keepers. She really cares for the animals, but she's only got about 10 years under her belt. She shouldn't be working alone. Must have gotten separated from her tutor. Of course, with some talented exceptions, the average apprenticeship period is 50 years. If we only dealt with local species, 10 years might be within the realm of possibility, but not here. She was probably still in shock. Elise has always been a sweet and diligent caretaker, though she has been distant lately. There she is! Lotus! After her!
Of your beast, Talamar! So, you managed to teach it some discipline after all.
Lotus! Easy, girl. I'm here.
The Royal Menagerie is closed to the public at the moment. What are you doing here? His Indrik? You mean the royal family's Indrik? Every animal here is property of the crown. He would be wise to remember that before his personal attachment interferes with his duties. Regardless, your search is over. She'll be secured in the inner paddocks until order is restored. This act of sabotage will not be easy to recover from. You claim you arrived after the incident? I believe you. Whoever drugged today's feed supply knew too much about our procedures to have been an outsider. You may go, but I want you off my grounds. Talamar can escort you out, since watching Lotus seems too much for him. Talamar, take your new friend here and get off my grounds. The Rangers will take things from here.
But Lotus... Yes, Conservator. Sorry about all this. I just want you to know that even if the Conservator doesn't appreciate your efforts, I am truly grateful for your help. Conservator Vinalora. She's the appointed curator of the Royal Menagerie. All the keepers and rangers serve at her pleasure. I wouldn't take it personally. She's not one for niceties under the best of circumstances. If she really believes a keeper is responsible for sabotaging the menagerie, I can't say I blame her. I can hardly believe it, but it's the only explanation that makes any sense. Gods, no! I've worked with everyone here for decades. I just hope Vinalora catches the monster. Thank you again for helping me keep Lotus from harm.
Over here. We need to talk.
Elise? I thought you had already left. What are you doing sulking around here?
I didn't want to get you too involved, but I need help and there's no one else I can turn to. I was the one who drugged the animals. The plan wasn't for them to break loose, just stir up a fuss so I could slip into the conservatory unnoticed. Evidence. The menagerie is a facade. The ugly truth behind Sil-Var-Woad isn't so pretty. There are entire sections blocked off from most of the keepers. Vinalora and her rangers guard them like a vault. The animals they take there never come back. People who question Vinalora don't last here. If she claims the animal is a risk of some kind, it's just quarantined in the inner paddock, never to be seen again. Something terrible is going on, and I mean to expose it. Help me prove that. It's going to take a lot more convincing for Talamar, I can tell. I don't know that he'll ever forgive me for the mess I've made here, but maybe you can get him to hear me out? I'm a spy for the Queen. I mean, I was a keeper first, but when the Queen asks you to serve, you serve. She asked me to keep an eye on Vinalora before she left for her coronation, but the Conservator has stonewalled my advancement. To her, I'm just some uppity Nebara trying to rise above my station. But once it became clear I wasn't going to get into her good graces, I had to improvise. We see how well that turned out. Hey, we can't all be slick and daring Khajiit of mystery. All I know is, healthy animals are disappearing, and her story doesn't add up. She could be selling them to wealthy Altmer to line her own pockets, or even butchering them to sell their parts to craft workers. I don't know. More than anything, I want to make sure it wasn't all for nothing. If I can find the proof that Vinalora is abusing these animals, then maybe it will have been worth it, and Talamar can at least understand why I took the risk I did.
She poisoned all these animals. She almost poisoned Lotus. And for what? It's true that I've never seen an animal move to the inner paddocks that's returned to outer enclosures, but she's suggesting what? That the conservator is culling the herd? I mean, this is a crisis. Lotus is the prize of the menagerie. She wouldn't... This is insane, you know that? What do you need from me? It's a bit morbid, but I would search the bodies by the staff quarters near the main entrance. One of Vinalora's rangers might have had a key. All right, Elise, I'll help you. But if we don't find anything unusual in the conservatory, I'm turning you over to Vinalora myself.
Deal. If I'm crazy, go ahead and turn me in. But you know there's something going on here, Talmar.
Let's just get this over with. Did you find the keys? I'm feeling exposed out here.
Ew. What's that smell? It's coming from over here. I knew they were up to something here. Smells awful. Alchemical. This equipment isn't incriminating enough on its own, though. Vinalora could justify it for medicinal uses. We need to find evidence that can't be explained away so easily. Samples, records, a test subject. Anything that proves without a doubt that the animals here are being used for something other than conservation. There's probably more upstairs. I knew they were up to something here. These poor creatures. Let's find out what Vinalora was doing with them. Hey, what are you reading over there? You found something important, didn't you? I could read it on your face from across the room. What's in those papers? Vinalora, you piece of... This is everything I need to prove she's been abusing her position here. I have to get this to the Proxy Queen. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he deserves to know. Let's find him and get out of here before our luck runs out. This should be all I need. Where did Talimar wander off to?
Hey, Drac. How are you?
Disobedience doesn't suit you, Talimar. Uncooperative animals don't last long here.
What have you done with Lotus, you monster?
I'd be more concerned for yourself right now.
It can't end here! There has to be something we can do to stop her!
Keep Vinalora distracted. I've got an idea.
Try something rash, and Talimar will sprout an arrow from the eye. You've all caused me enough trouble for one day. They're a very special beast. Revered, even. As blessed beings who are as graced by the gods as we Ultima. They are a gift to our people. Not found anywhere else in the world, and we have squandered their potential too long. Maintaining our natural primacy. What else? The mongrels of Tamriel infest everything. Even our unspoiled isles now. But their overgrowth can be curbed. They only need a natural predator. The Indrix will be our immortal Adric Avengers. You're in no position to stop me. This enclosure is as strong as a fortress, and these barriers are impenetrable. by even the Indric's effortless teleportation. Surrender before my... What was that? No! The wards! The Indric's will run wild! Elise, I should have known you'd be behind this!
Good luck containing your experiments. We'll give your regards to the Queen.
This isn't over, mongrel! You'll all
Talamar.
pay for this!
Damn Venalora! I can't let her turn Lotus into some sort of monster. I have to find her. It should be me. I'm the closest to family she has next to the Queen. Oh, I feel so helpless. Promise me you'll bring back Lotus unharmed.
Yeah, I've got a cold or something, I think. So I haven't been feeling all that great.
I don't know what to think about that. Finding Lotus comes first. If she's changed, you just have to get through to her. Thank you for everything. Be careful.
Venalora must have been more shaken than she looked. She didn't hit anything vital, far as I can tell. I don't usually work on people, but if I can stitch up feuding a Chater, I can handle this.
I make being sick look good. I'm glad you think so. I appreciate that.
You can't be serious. There's nothing stopping Lotus from escaping on her own now. We've got what we need to bring Venalora down. There's no reason to risk your life. He's lucky to have found someone as foolish as he is. At least take my ward breaker, in case Venalora reactivates the cages. I'll get Talamar out of harm's way. Good luck, alright? Hang on, Talamar. We'll get you out of here.
I've been wanting to see how the latest serum performs in live tests. Let's find out. She's mine! You run while you can! Oriel! Lead me from this forsaken place!
How has ESO been?
Lotus, she's all right. Thank Sheffer. Thank you.
Damn it, Talamar. You're going to reopen that wound.
It hasn't been bad. Like, I haven't been playing it as much as I used to. I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. But I did get one of my lobies up to level 50 today after a lot of grinding and stuff. So that was cool. And then I was gifted a name change token and an appearance change token by a viewer. So I was able to change some things. So now, you know, I'm sure you've noticed my character has black hair now. I also changed her name, and her name is Morwen Benok. Morwen means Dark Maiden, which is why her hair is black. I remade my Stam Warden and named her Nymphalith with red hair so that I could keep that character as mine, you know, but I thought she would be more fitting as a Stam Warden than as a dark-haired Nightblade. So, I mean, in a fight outside, I don't like it. I can always try and get another appearance change token. It wouldn't really be that big of a deal.
You'd never know he'd just been shot the way he's acting. He really does care about that Indrik more than anything.
And I did grind the events enough to get my own Indrik mount.
It's so good to see Lotus alive and well. I couldn't stop thinking of her scared and injured, or worse. If Vinalora had turned her into some kind of monster, I swear, we should flee before Vinalora and her rangers come after us. Gods, that's terrible. I won't shed tears over Vinalora. She had to be stopped. But I'm so sorry you have her blood on your hands. I guess this is the end of the royal menagerie. With the conservator gone, there's no one in charge of trying to get this place back in order. It'll all come apart by the time the proxy queen allocates a replacement. If she... Me? Run the menagerie? I'd love to see it put back the way I remember it. But will it ever be the same now that I know what was really happening here? I could just take Lotus and put all this behind us.
Okay. Let me back up because, of course, there's a choice. So let me look it up so I don't fuck it up. Hello? Okay. Untamed and Unleashed ESO. Skyrim's good. I have pretty much finished building my house, or what I want to do with it right now. And I found a steward for it. I've adopted 2 kids, the 2 homeless little girls. I also got married, which I've never done in Skyrim before, and I've been playing Skyrim for a very long time, but I've just never bothered to get married. But I did get married, so the house is full of people and stuff like that, and that makes me happy. And I've gotten a lot done as far as quests go, so and I will go back to streaming it eventually. Like, pretty much Skyrim and ESO are my main games right now. I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth between those two. As long as I've got something to do on either one of those, I'll be playing them. I do eventually want to try setting up the Elgato again, because I would like to be able to stream Oblivion for you guys, but I don't know when I'll be able to make that happen. Okay. Okay. Let's see.
It's so good to see Lotus alive and well. I couldn't stop thinking of her, scared and injured. Oh, God, with the me, run the menagerie. I'd love to see it put back the way I remember it. But will it ever be the same now that I know what was really happening here? I could just take Lotus and put all this behind us.
I think I'm gonna tell him to stay.
Yes, I know myself well enough to know I would be miserable just abandoning this place. I've poured so much of my life into it. Maybe I can do some good here. Change the way these animals are treated. These animals deserve better than to be left to fend for themselves. I owe them that much. I'll do everything I can for them. You have my word. Don't suppose I could declare it a wildlife preserve and leave the animals to roam freely, could I? I'm going to have my work cut out for me getting this place back in order.
Champion point. Did I have issues with the Elgato? Yeah, a bit. Just trying to work out the kinks. Like, I don't think it was any real big issues. It was just issues that I kind of got frustrated dealing with, and so I kept putting it off, and now I'm just procrastinating. I just need to figure out what works and what doesn't, and do some test streams and stuff is what I really need. Because I think I've got everything I need as far as like chords and shit. Well, one issue, there was no sound. Another issue, there was sound, but like doubled. So I couldn't really figure out what exactly was wrong with it.
I'll take Lotus and try to find other survivors who escaped the chaos. Convincing them to return won't be easy, but I'm certain I can get at least a few other keepers and rangers to follow my lead. After that, a whole lot of wrangling. She's gone, and their operation is in shambles. I don't see why they'd stick around, but I'll be sure to burn their research at the first opportunity. Nothing like that will ever happen again under my watch. Wild Indrics are aggressive towards things they perceive as threats. Even if Vinalora hadn't given them her vile serums, they couldn't have been happy about being penned up like cattle. There may be hope for them, if the legends are true. It is said that when Indrik die, their souls don't leave Mundus. Instead, Jeffra plants them back into the land to sprout again as reborn fawns. If it's true, you think they remember their old lives? I like to believe Lotus will remember me. Then I do hope they forgive us for her transgressions. I'll do my best to make it up to any others I meet.
The console I was streaming from, like, I've got Oblivion on Xbox 360. So I was trying to stream it from the Xbox 360.
She endangered every living thing here with the stunt she pulled. It'll be days before we know the final toll of stopping Vinalora. I know Elise did this for the right reasons, but I don't know that I can forgive her for all this bloodshed. That's what makes it hard. Everything worked out for me. It's not my grudge I'm holding on to. It's theirs. All those innocent lives. She's a good person, but I'm going to need time.
I mean, like, what kind of PC do I have? Or... are these... oh, they're dead. Okay, let's go here. Evan Stadmont. It's a Windows laptop. Ugh.
Wherever could that blasted mercenary be? Greetings, my friend. Fancy meeting you all the way out here. Perhaps you could help me once more. I need an escort for my expedition. I expect we'll encounter some danger along the way, but I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle. And put simply, I found records of an ancient temple somewhere in this very forest. I've come to study what secrets it may hold. I will warn you, Ebon Stadmont can be tricky to navigate. You'll have to keep a lookout. Travelers become lost, sometimes for days. From what I heard, the forest appears to shift as you move through it. We'll need to keep close together. So, want to help me unlock an ancient mystery? I must say, I do pay well. Thank you for accepting my offer. I'm quite excited to be heading my own expedition. Tellinger may have a great mind, but sometimes he's a bit much. It's nice to finally be able to break free from being just his assistant. Oh no, of course not. The Mages Guild still requires me to accompany him on his expeditions. I've just taken a short sabbatical is all. As soon as I finish my research here, I'm sure I'll be off on more hair-raising adventures. Well, being Tallinger's assistant is informative in many ways. But I think now's the time to prove to the Mages Guild, and to myself, that I can strike out on my own. Ebon Stadmont just happened to catch my interest. The ruins within Ebon Stadmont are ancient, perhaps even built in the Merethic era. They contain inscriptions of a mysterious language, which only a few have begun to translate. I believe these inscriptions can help lead us to the inner temple, even for a High Elf's perspective. I found translations of only a few phrases, and even those are sparse. An interesting topic for a linguist, perhaps, but for me it's only the means to an end. The temple is all I wish to investigate. As I said before, this forest is tricky to navigate. The pathways twist and shift as you walk through it. That's why the temple hasn't been explored previously. Following these inscriptions should lead us to the temple.
Okay, before I do this, I am going to take a break. A short break. But I will be right back.